very convincing in doing so. Did not look rusty whatsoever. Now they're going to look to keep it up in this one as they go straight into the B-bomb site.
Julies are out again. Snappy fishing through the smoke, but Madden's the one to get dropped first. There goes Sampayas as well. Hardship for Ence early in this pistol round. 5 players still up for G2. Things could change quickly though with Hunter and JKS with a combined 25 HP. 4v3 for G2. Now the numbers are more, well, they were even for a second. Diha coming through now into the 2-1-2. Patient shots the range onto Hooksy, going for that reload. Is there a kit on the floor, I wonder? The bomb's going to be touched, but so will Snappy and Diha. In our interview with Niko, he said this team has been working harder than any roster he's been on before. And I think their consistency is a testament in that regard. They've built something amazing, and still building, of course. Their recent changes. New man on the block. This will be a good test for Nerds, actually. Maybe the biggest test of all. See how he can perform versus the likes of G2. Snappy will give Ence an advantage in their first buy round. You see the A site is quickly being surrounded and no one is really there at the moment. Nerds trying to hold down the donut position, loses his duel to Hunter. And that means that Ence have lost position as far as A is concerned.
Nice response from Diha though, quickly coming in for that flank. Hunter might not be ready, and in the meantime, Madden gets a kill towards the bomb site. So a tough post plant here for G2, even though they get that bomb down. It's JKS able to get something going early, but they need more where that came from. He's stuck on the bomb site. Maybe not the best spot to be in here. Ooh, niko tries to stray into the open, but Ence do a solid job at coordinating that retake, and they pick up their first CT round.
That was really solid after losing Nerds in the donut position. They only lose one more player on that retake, despite not having the best positions. Promising start then for Ence in the first buy round. We can see the opening frag here from Snappy earlier on. Spotting a second player in mid, but not outstaying his welcome there.
This team oftentimes calls in the pistol rounds. In fact, and wow, Monacy's just so quick out mid, they can't deal with it.
I believe he hit 2 of them there as well. They were in quite the lineup, and indeed, Monacy he must be the fastest sniper in Tier 1 at present. Kenya still has the most AWP kills of anybody ever.
G2 don't have the bomb here, even though they're approaching it.
Right,
no,
he hasn't got the
what?
sound cue. JKS.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's made a sound! Oh, that was so bizarre, but indeed the bomb still hasn't been rescued and the numbers are dwindling now. Oh, Hunter trying to sell the A bomb site, but he will be claimed. That leaves Monacy in the clutch, which no one will complain about, because we know what he's capable of. He's got 1 frag already. He got the opening frag earlier on. He's got 3 more to find. 45 seconds will be a lot of time because there are still 2 bomb sites to defend. Almost left in a safe position. Ence haven't seen it, so they don't know where he might be going. See Diha in CT spawn, but as these grenades come in, that will tell the story. Trying to make some space for himself. Spotted Diha. Surely some pipes will go for a push here. He does! A miss from Monacy. Normally you see him land those quick scopes, not on this occasion though. Ence survive with 3. No bomb plant means eco territory is looking fairly likely for G2. They could pull out 2 AK-47s, maybe even 3. But it is beyond borderline.
I mean, that's just so quick. The counter-aggression from Sampayas was well worked. It might be this B site that's the solution. Straight in with the smoke, straight in with the execute. Madden not able to do anything. Snappy stuck behind a smoke, but Madden finally gets the first kill on the hold. They can't deny the bomb plant though.
Very fast rotation. Ence have the site surrounded. They've been good with the retake so far, and the numbers are in their favor. 4 on 2 now. JKS in the clutch. So many places to look though. niko doesn't particularly have position. 2 of these 3 players have a kit, but will they be holding on to it soon? Snappy's on the bomb now. I think niko's conceded the round unless he goes for a wallbang. It seems he will hold on to the AK.
Yeah, that B execute is often a bread and butter round for Tees when they don't have too many other ideas that are working for them. It often gets you into a post plant at a minimum. There's a pick from m0NESY though, and maybe that's going to allow them to accelerate onto this B site.
They've got 4 players here already. Oh, Snappy had an angle though, but he didn't have enough of the spray. Madden jiggling. They'll only need 1 shot for JKS. JKS is a dangerous player. Gets some damage in first. Flashbang is perfect. Madden's lighting them up now. The bomb's not even planted just yet. And Ence trying to retake control. Down to the 2-on-2 now. So we've got a lurker from both sides. Hunter trying to flank while the smoke is up. And while nothing happens, Madden has to wonder. Does he look on the smoke? He does, but he can't stop Hunter. And that leaves Nerds in the clutch now. New man on the block. Coming in from the back. That bomb needs to be picked up. So many places for them to look now. If he waits until one player is planting the bomb, then he would be in a strong position. A great angle for him. Spots niko as well. Doesn't get the headshot though. Scores tied once again.
Yeah, still gets a little dicey for G2. Even though they get the opening pick, even though they get the bomb site, I'm pretty sure they were planting in the open on that left side of the site initially, and it just got spammed through the smoke. This was that pick from m0NESY, though. Just so quick against some pious. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he denied what made it so awkward, but thankfully niko gets that important shot in the clutch. Now Ence starting to run low on cash. That's a great spam from Nerds, but here comes dHa, overrun instantly.
There are 2 smokes for G2, so they can hold the bomb site for a time if they can stop Nerds in this position. We see the jump peek from m0NESY. Both players have the info. Some nice flashes, which could have allowed him to peek, but that Molotov is very timely indeed for G2. Gives them some extra time now. 3 versus 4 for G2. I don't know if that was a mouse bug or what. Madden switching to a grenade. That gives them opportunity for G2, but the numbers are still low. JKS in the clutch again. But the numbers are just overwhelming. Ence using their personnel well on a retake to take the lead once more.
Yeah, and it was this round it is only pistols though. So it looks like G2 do want to go for a fast play out to this A site. Oh, careful Sumpires. He's sticking around here.
So many targets, but that means an AWP is going to be lost, and the pistols can swarm at the same time. That instantly becomes difficult. AWP thrown from xantares to m0NESY immediately. A tall order now. There are 2 smokes and a flash for Ence. They're close to the site though, and the bomb's not planted just yet. niko's looking for a flank really far back, but soon those smokes will be gone. There are angles everywhere, but it seems they want to get this AWP into play first. They have a minute on the clock as well. m0NESY creeping around. He might spot some of Madden here. But down goes AWP. The gamble hasn't paid off in that respect, but niko lurking certainly will. G2 had the man advantage. That won't last very long as xantares is dropped, and so is the bomb. Nerds looking for the lurker in niko. Great headshot from him. These last 2 players have Kevlar. They don't have a primary weapon though. You see JKS getting his bell rung. Only a P250 to fight with. Trying to do some more damage. Great peek from Nerds once again. Delivering versus G2. That's what we want to see.
And he is delivering right now. Snappy said he's going to be their main man going forwards. Looks like Nerds is able to compete against the best of them. Oh, that mid fight is a big risk though. And the AWP of m0NESY will take him down early this time.
Snappy
They're already in donut.
Yeah. Pius is alone now, and xantares in a perfect position to trade on the cooldown of the AWP. dHa will lose his angles, and Ence could be in trouble. This might be a safe situation for them, to be honest, looking at their money. niko's still lurking towards B with Snappy. He's looking to close this round out by elimination, it seems. So Ence are in a very dicey situation. If they lose any more than this, they're in niko territory, and that's where niko wants to send them. Keep an eye on that radar, because Snappy is wondering already. dHa moving further back as well. I never understand why people knife the wall like that, because that still gives some sound cues away. Although I don't know how far a knife swipe travels. Maybe I should ask Free Clicks Philip to investigate. But indeed, niko being eliminated is exactly what Ence needed. He was a giant threat there. If he has some more impact towards that B bomb site post-plant, then G2 could be in a very good situation for this half. They still are. But there will be more rifles coming.
Nice round for G2 to win. Hunter, though, not able to get out through mid early. And, oh, again, that pick back from m0NESY. They're going to pull the trigger on this B bomb site.
Very risky to show your chest in that angle. Hit me once, hit me twice. They'll hope that doesn't happen a third time. But again, Ence have the numbers for the retake because of how fast these rounds are. Luxie having a look-see. m0NESY still got some flashes for his teammates. niko has a great lineup. Could be the combo meal deal. They are lucky to stay alive in that one. What do they choose to do now, Ence? Two of the players are heading back towards A. Are these two saving, or what is the plan here? For Nerds and Snappy. Can drop the smoke and get out of there. They have lost position. Very difficult to try and retake this one. Luxie's on the hunt now. They'll hear the sound cues. Two-man swing together, but the trade will favor G2 all day. Doesn't matter how many people die after. We saw 3 with an MP9 from Yakindar yesterday. Big shoes to fill in that respect. All right then, some aggression from Madden. They're not going to be conditioned to stay away from B-Ram. That's a great answer. But G2 may have an answer of their own as they start to poke into the A-bomb site. We've got 2 in Donut who are smoked off, and they'll have to be paranoid about the mid position as well. We've got a smoke towards Red Room from G2, which really denies a lot of information towards Ence, and that might slow down their rotation because there might be 2 different flanks happening. In the meantime, JKS is dropped and the bomb won't make it to the bomb site. It's a great Molotov, and look at...
That's why we see Ence instantly respond, and their response was perfect. Everyone gets back to that A-bomb site. They all decide they are going to fight together. They're all on the same page. Feels like Ence are the ones that are, honestly, looking maybe a little more comfortable, a little more like I was expecting them to. Whereas G2 are feeling a little rushed on occasion here. It is back down to the pistols, so it should be Ence extending their lead in this one. Nice cleanup from Snappy. JKS won't find anything, so 8 rounds for Ence. They confirm the lead at the half, and they have the chance to extend it by 1 more heading into the last round of this first half.
From a spectator point of view, a strong Ence is fantastic to see early here on Ancient. Kids escape before they start to poke through. Again, Nerds will be the reliable pair of hands towards the A-bomb side, but we have a good spread from G2 across the map at the moment. Very unclear as to what their intentions might be for us and for Ence. Ence have bolstered the B-bomb site though with 3, and it seems that Snappy's getting a little curious. m0NESY doesn't appear to be lurking in his usual angles. niko not getting finished off, down to 5 HP. That's a huge duel to win.
Bomb slowly coming back towards A. It looks like Ence are going to stick with their setup here, despite that B site being very vulnerable. They're confident in this A rotation, and it might pay off for them. What an angle from Nerds. Bomb dropped briefly. JKS gets it back, but they need to activate here, G2. They're taking a lot of time, and Hunter only able to find 1. Now Dihar could be vulnerable here to 2 angles. JKS swings from the other side, but the trade found from Madden. That bomb is dropped with only 20 seconds remaining, and they're stuck behind a smoke right now. Oh, big kill from m0NESY. 10 seconds. Can G2 get here in time? Madden might just try and play for time. He's going to run. Have they got that bomb down? It looks like they might. It's close, but they've got it. And now Madden has to try this retake, and they know exactly where he is. Flash him, but...
This is the pick of G2, but Ence put in a very good effort on their CT side. They'll be the aggressors now. Just about versus G2, who aren't shy on their CT side. We can see niko pushing through cave already. Grenades start to sail in towards A. JKS is here with the Julies. He's got many heads to find, but he won't find any of them. Hunter now put up a smoke to try and give himself some more space, but Madden's not going to respect it, which means that G2 have lost the site. 3 versus 5 for them as they go for this retake. They are kitless, and niko's still looking for lurkers towards the B bomb site. Snappy is indeed lurking very far behind, making sure that xantares' 6 is covered. niko will head towards the donut position. I think he may have made some steps there to try and bait Snappy out, and that's worked out wonders for him as he finds another one now, and the numbers are turning around all of a sudden. Dihar and xantares remain all these players in the red for G2 if they can find the connections, but they can't. niko from the B bomb site with 3 kills on the retake.
And that's what G2 can do to you. Even when it looks like the round should be going against them, they find a way to turn around the 3v5 retake. It was such a clean, quick site take from Ence. You felt like they had that, but niko, as you said, the steps to bait Snappy in initially, and then these are just some banger shots. Spots Nerds from the side. That fine. Ence finding that bomb plant. They still have a force, and they're going straight into mid. Oh, honestly didn't expect Dihar to be so far up. He was clueless there. 1-for-1 trade early. Dihar might have to tuck back. He took a lot of damage from that molly.
The lack of unicorn on this MP9 concerns me, JKS.
Oh, I think niko missed this smoke. Yeah, man. I want to see the unicorn MP9. It's pretty much the only MP9 skin out there. It's like the bulldozer as well, right? There's a few.
Bulldozer skins are goated. I'm a bulldozer man. A lot of time here for Ence. They are bunched up though. I want to see this Mag 7 come into action for xantares. He is pretty far away though. But things are getting pretty close to winning the round as far as G2 are concerned. Dihar with 14 HP is all that remains now. That Mag 7 will be a great way to finish things off. xantares closing the distance. And there we go, the meat shots from that Mag 7. Don't see them.
They still have to continue to show us it as this half goes on. Ooh, good aggression from Hunter, but Nuts able to trade him with the Deke. Ence would love to do just a little more damage in this round. Keep G2's economy low. That is crazy damage onto some Pius, though. No armor means those wall bangs will be pretty deadly.
Give Dihar that deagle. xantares can run in and try and pull a crosshair away with the Glock, I feel like. Looks like he's being boosted up towards that B-bomb site. Trying to do his best, Monesi, who is, as we can see, jump peeking. All about damage here for Ence. They want to be peaked at the tightest angles possible, so there's minimal correction for these deagles. G2 looking to be on double figures soon, but as you can see right now, you know, they haven't built their economy just yet. Of course, we are so early.
Early smokes out from Ence, fighting for this mid control, even extinguishing the molly. So 3 smokes used towards mid. That should be enough for them to take over this area of the map.
Potential double peek coming in. niko drops the smoke just in time. But Monesi's been lost in the meantime. Fights in mid as Snappy is dropped. Does Nuts hit a tag? I don't think he did. You can see Madden poking in towards B. Not poking in, he's just running in there with the AK, delivering. Great angle for Hunter as well. So look at the confidence on that. Low HP, doesn't care, does the job, delivers. That leaves JKS on the wrong side of the map. Might get an upgrade to this Galil, but don't think he's getting much else out of this one. I really wonder how far Ence can go on this pick of G2, Ancient. With rounds like that, they look promising indeed. And this is a key round because, as we can see, the money is going to be quite ropey for G2. If they go for a buy, it will be lacking. So this round will come at the right time for Ence.
Yeah, and this is a round that largely just comes from Ence winning a couple of fights dry and Madden being able to sneak into that B bomb site a little further than anyone was anticipating. I've definitely seen Madden have some crazy good games. Able to scrape out a bye into this round, but Ence all out towards A early.
Straight through the smoke. That trade is so important for Ence, but Manasi is here, and that's going to be a problem. He's got rifle support as well, and Sampayos will be in an awkward position, trying to peek on that angle. 2 smokes around Donut, though, and there is a stalemate for Ence. G2 have got the sound cues, which means Ence can't go for a fast rotation. They've got to walk away if they want to move away. G2 don't have angles towards A. They could be on the site for as far as they know. niko will hold towards B just in case. G2 know what the possibilities are. All the way from CT spawn, long A will be smoked off. xantares will do a little dance to try and find the information. Ence can hear these grenades as well. They should know eventually the jig will be up, and G2 will realize that they're not on the A-bomb site. So what do they do now? 3 players in mid versus the 4 of G2. Manasi dropped in the donut position. Seems they may head towards A again.
xantares hears some steps. Is he confident enough to push through? It looks like it. Meanwhile, Hunter on this bomb site will try to hold himself. Nice kill onto the first man. Flash is perfect, but dihar still gets the kill while blind. xantares did get to activate on that flank, but has dihar found the gap? 20 seconds. Does he decide to run this to B? Wow, xantares come back. He's trying to cover this off, but he's almost caught off guard. Good adjustment from xantares, able to save the round for G2. They put themselves into an 11-9 lead.
Hunter was super unlucky not to get that kill, but xantares was all over the place in that round. The risk taker getting the info for his squad, ending up with that last kill as well. Ence then. Both teams will be on the buy once more though. Nertz makes his way through towards mid, in the smoke for the time being. He still has dihar in T spawn to throw some flashes for him. Hunter's completely blind. There's the opening kill. niko with the burst, looking for a second. We'll see if one is enough. JKS spotting in mid for the time being as we see a full rotation from A towards B.
Still so much pressure on this round for G2. Their money could be broken. JKS with a dodgy looking spray eventually converts it. Manasi with one of his own, but look at the health on these G2 players. They're both down to being one shot. Both down so low, and they can't get back to this A site in time. So this retake is going to be really tricky here for G2.
No util for Ence. Manasi is going to be creeping with this AWP, but once he gets past a certain distance, how does he find an angle? If dihar's focused on his right-hand side, it is going to be really hard for G2 to find anything from these angles. You can see him walking in now, manages to dodge the bullets though. Where is the second player? JKS still here, and he'll be dealt with as well. They just don't have the HP to take the fights, and Ence will be able to break them after all. Just one round behind, and look at the devastation they have wrought upon the economy of G2.
Huge round for Ence. That flash out to mid initially was really nice. Hunter committed to the open, and that's how you punish those mid players. So it should be Ence about to take the lead. Madden will look to farm some money with that MAC-10. Eventually gets the first. Is actually able to trade in there. It's only the MAC-10 on the floor, not the end of the world.
Very strong situation for Ence. But it's one thing to be in a good situation, it's another thing to take it over the line.
Because it has not been plain sailing for them here. They have entered some choppy waters, and they're going to have to work their way out of them. Nice aggression on mid, but the flash from Ence on point again. Hunter blind early. This mid challenge has proven much more difficult than G2 would have wanted. And Sampayos is just straight out onto the A-bomb site.
They are pulling G2 from pillar to post, carrying the momentum from the eco rounds into the full buy with how they're just breaching the bomb sites. And G2, look at them, tail between legs, just creeping away. And Madden will be the one to try and take more rifles away then, just as Niko was trying to do to them in the first half. Maybe a chance for revenge. This is fantastic from Ence. Again, everybody feels like a heavy underdog, almost everybody versus the likes of G2. But Ence came into this one with something to prove, it feels like. Storming to a 13th round.
Yeah, and this was such a key round, and it just falls apart so quick. Have we got a flash here for Ence to try and hunt this down? Doesn't look like it. Haven't been able to deal with. xantares instantly up with this orb, looking for the opener, and niko gets sat down.
Oh, the 5-7 will deliver in mid. xantares with a tag, and he'll follow up with it. That is important. Look at the urgency from Ence. They know G2 are weak. G2 decided to keep the money together. The two players who were fragged in the last round stayed on the pistols for this one. They kept the money together so they have a full buy in the next one. They took a calculated risk here with lower percentages in order to be in the best position in the next round. But that means Ence are going to be on 14, just 2 rounds away. And again, we have to look at how the problem is compounded by Ence's economy. They've got full buy after full buy. G2 are going to be under big pressure to perform in the remainder of this map.
And the Ence players are just looking so sharp. They're looking by far the sharper players on the server right now. xantares forcing the issue. Fantastic to see him just getting that opener like that. G2 losing so many players early in these rounds. They can't handle the aggression from Ence right now. Something has to change here for G2. They have money, but their map pick is starting to look like a real question. It's just so quick, xantares. Important position to hold.
That's flying out. Oh, he's so close to JKS, but Hunter through the smoke saves his teammate. That was a very, very narrow margin that G2 delivered in. Oh boy, he was so close to an entry there. And we'll have to do it the hard way now. 4 on 5, and this round will slow down thanks to these smoke grenades. Bomb left near mid for the time being. And Ence know that m0NESY is lurking somewhere with the AWP. It's going to be expensive to find out where he is.
The information costs Madden the iron price. Bit of damage on the spam back, but not enough. Now G2 getting aggressive, potentially. Up in a 5-on-3. I was about to say, maybe unnecessary. HooXi decides he is going to tuck back. I love that angle that Hunter has through the smoke on mid, though. Pretty much every CT has learned that exact angle to try and spray players that are running close, tight to that wall through the smoke. Now xantares boosted. He was winning this fight on the other side. This time he wins it on the CT side. And surely no way in for Ence now.
Even if they can't win the round, damage could be enough. And that's like 12k of damage immediately. We'll see if Snappy can do any more. Going for the bomb plant, actually. And now he's in the clutch. He's got further than we could have expected in a 2 versus 5. 1v3, and JKS has the angles. That will limit how much money they lose in this one. AWP can be rescued. 2 AKs as well in the hands of G2. 2 rounds behind. Ence is a promising situation for them. But again, Ence have got stacks. They've got plenty of money. You can see the focus from Hunter on the cam there.
Oh, yeah.
Making sure everybody's focused because the task to come is not going to be easy.
Yeah, I love the body language, the hand signals, trying to make sure everyone is calm and focused at the same. See that instant smoke comes in from the T's. The CTs have to throw their incendiaries back. Now Snappy flying up through B at the same time. He's going to try and help fight for this mid control. Another flash deployed. Hunter trying to fight, but Nert comes out on top. He has been brilliant for Ence. And a clean man advantage for Ence to work with to try and pick up map point. Niko spotted. He will get back.
He's still tough to frag, even if you know where he is. Snappy's here as well. Oh, I think we might have a boost coming in. niko drops the bomb carrier. Madden in the smoke. I don't know if they can see the bomb, but that could be a very dicey situation. We can see a smoke rolling on the floor. DR needs to rescue that. He will do exactly that. He pushes through as well. I respect the boldness. They know Manassi is here. Needs to find a way to get some more kills here. niko's in the red. Oh my days. Still standing though. 4 on 4. 45 seconds. G2 looks like they want to push the A bomb site to get the information as to where they need to rotate. Risks being taken, and the execute is coming in. We've got a 4 on 2 situation on this B bomb site. The smokes are up. JKS and xantares have to get their skates on. Indeed, it is going to be one, but if they spray this smoke, then they're going to be on the floor very quickly indeed. niko finds something though, changes the angle. xantares activates somehow from that mid position. Nurse looking for a flanker, and suddenly there's only 2 players remaining, friends. DR and xantares have got a lot of frags to find. The ZTs are coming from every angle. xantares creeping by the K position. JKS coming from T-Rap. That's one dealt with. xantares just around the corner. And now xantares is alone. 5 HP and a dream. 1 versus 3. And xantares will deliver. That was a tough one for G2, but they survived with a trio.
G2 keep their cool.
How does Hunter change up his shenanigans in mid? Ence found his angles around the smoke. xantares down the ramp. Big advantage for G2. They see that no one's around the B bomb site, and apart from T-Spawn, where Ence have been holding angles. With that frag on Madden, they have to read that it's going to be an A play here. What do Ence do, though? You can see Nerds lurking in mid, but he doesn't really have the angles. And G2, with all that information, will send 4 players towards A. This is a great response for them. Great urgency. xantares have been posted up for a while. Now he's starting to wonder about what might be happening elsewhere. xantares moving more passive towards B as time passes. Will they spread out once again, I wonder?
Oh, and Manassi established on the angle. xantares with absolutely no chance. Nuts is trying to sneak his way in, but there are 2 CTs here. How the hell do you take both of them? Maybe this is the way, because he's actually in an advanced angle right now. He's so close to the wall, though. niko does pull the trigger, now comes back. They double team Nuts, and there is nothing for DR to do. Great adaptation from G2. I love that they just play passive on mid this round and instead get aggressive on B. The aggression on mid wasn't working. They go aggro elsewhere, and they all swing onto DR to tie things up. We're going the distance in regulation, James.
This is crazy. How they've managed to turn things around. Big frags in marginal situations in that mid position. xantares coming off the angle with the AWP and going back into the hands of...
Fight it somewhat aggressively here, though. See if that works out for him behind the smoke. Flash is coming in again. Hunter unable to get back. They just keep finding him, and Nuts even doubles down.
That's a hell of a response from Ence. G2 have the money to survive it, but they won't want to lose this round. They're still capable. They've still got Manassi, JKS, and we know xantares can make plays as well. How will he approach these angles, though? Will he check the box fully? Because DR is just around the corner. And it seems he's not going to. Surely this is going to be a free kill. Indeed it is. And then there were 2. JKS on an island now as Manassi desperately tries to rotate in time. Support flash won't make it fast enough. 1v4 then. Look at that position from Marden. Behind a single block. Unbelievable stuff. The scope is heard. And now they have all the information they need. Up close though. Don't give him the 1v1s. He's still capable of winning this. He can buy regardless. May have just realized that. Continues to press on towards the site then. Snappy on long. Manassi with these quick scopes, just wanting someone to give him something. But it doesn't seem they will. And it's heading towards game point on G. niko stuck in the corner. Not sure how many bullets he's got left before he needs to reload. But it seems he will escape for now. Marden and Snappy moving together. Again, a focus around B. The G2 being proactive in that donut position. JKS and Manassi poking and prodding, but we can see how close Nerds is. Which way does Monassi even look? Smokes towards that A bomb site, but no kills just yet. Mudden poking towards cave as well as niko's been forced back. G2 being denied information by Ence as we reach the sub 1 minute mark. I don't know if Hunter can be heard rotating by note, but you never know if it's a bait. 3 players on B now as they start to creep forward. xantares has to be careful. That's a big jumping from dheart. Somehow niko escapes again. 40 seconds remain. I don't think he saw the bomb there. They'll have to start collapsing soon, but there's still time to rotate towards the A bomb site. However, it will be into Monassi. JKS drops in the meantime. Monassi now has to go shotgun mode. He must deliver, but he can't get a second shot off. There's so much position for Ence. Have a look at Nerds. This could be the end of the line for G2 on their pick of Ancient.
It has to be. How the hell do you come back into this? The Kovac cousins will do what they can. But Hunter falls, and niko surely about to fall behind him. Nerds the first man to fight.